Mighty Warriors, and welcome back to the Mighty Warriors Devotional Series. Today's message is entitled, Our Day in Court, and comes from Psalm 89:14 and Matthew 18:21-35. Recently, with great sadness, I witnessed a courtroom sentencing where the family members of several victims of a terrible crime received their opportunity to address the court. They gave a victim's statement to the man who had taken the lives of their loved one. During his final day in court, one by one, a crowd of witnesses and their loved ones, all of whom were impacted by a school shooting, spoke harshly against him, some cursing him, and some vowing never to forgive. Their words were full of contempt, bitterness, and hate. Some appeared to get a sense of revenge from their words. Some seemed to torment him like a bully, and some were shaking from their trauma. Others seemed to get a sense of relief. One thing was sure, it was difficult to watch and even worse to hear. As an onlooker to their pain and trauma, I understood their grief and how awful the suffering was, how great their losses were. But I desperately wanted someone to offer forgiveness to a broken soul in a broken world, to someone who really did not deserve to hear it. At the end of the day, they forgot one thing. We will all have our very own, similar, emotional day in court. And on this day, we will likewise have a crowd of witnesses, and a holy and most righteous judge will hear our case. Hebrews 12:1 says, Wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Ephesians 4:31-32 says, Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you, with all malice, and be ye kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. Romans 5:8 says, But God commanded his love toward us, and that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. There are so many scriptures that speak about this topic, a topic we would do well not to ignore. The truth is, all of us will have to go before the great throne one day, where our whole lives will be laid bare before God, and where there will be no place to hide. Psalm 89:14 says, Justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne. Mercy and truth shall go before thy face. As hard as it is to do, when we refuse to forgive others, we set ourselves up to be judged in a merciless way, and the accuser of the brethren is betting on it. As Matthew 18:21-35 lays out, in this world we have all trespassed against someone. We have all caused someone pain or heartbreak. We have all sinned greatly and fallen short of God's great standard. We all have a great debt, and we all need forgiveness, mercy, and hope. Where would we be if God had not given us a second chance through the sacrifice of his Son Jesus? It is better, even if we don't feel it, to make the decision to forgive someone and allow God to walk us in it by casting our cares on him, all of our burdens. He can take what is heavy on us and replace it with something that is light. He can show us the place where we want to be, and He can get us to that place, a place where our forgiveness is real. On that great and terrible day of judgment, the one we will all have to face, if He were not willing to give us forgiveness, where would we be? And if we are not willing to give others forgiveness, then why would He choose to give His forgiveness to us? Until next time, be blessed.